Start. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the GGrated podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about some really awesome stuff. My buddy Gino here's got him a new device, a new handheld. We're going to talk about that. And what else are we talking about, Gino?
We got some Xbox handheld news that just dropped, so we got to talk about that. Also, like Josh just said, the Nintendo Switch 2 has just been released. I got my hands on it, so I can't wait to talk about that. And of course, maybe we can get some gaming deals coming in. What you think, Josh?
Let's do it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Have a good game. Come see your buddies, Gino and Gray, and it's free. Gino with the news, Gray with the deals. You gotta take it from me. It's coming fast. It's a game of future and nostalgic past. Let's get it. Let's get it. The GGrated podcast.
Alrighty. Welcome to the GGrated podcast. This is, hey, did you bring me something? Hold on, my wife's dropping something off. Thank you.
Perfect timing. You see, right at the beginning of the podcast, too.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm going to eat it later on tonight. Thank you, though. Huh? It's too late now. It's after 7. But thanks anyway. Love you.
It's up to
You can go put it back in the freezer. Is there something else you need? We just started the show.
So while he's talking to his wife, let me say this real fast. It's funny because we have a guys trip coming up, and I feel like everybody has been like trying to like lose some weight. We're gonna be on the beat, lose weight, eat right, and all. And now you hear Josh over here like, yeah, I can't eat after 7. Sorry, it's just not.
Well, I'm on the stomach medicine and it's gotta wait. It's anyways,
never mind.
You don't know about all that. Yeah, I'm actually down to like 217 now. So yeah. Getting there, boy. Getting there, boy.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Can't fit all those muscles in the camera.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's episode 60-something, I think, isn't it?
69.
60?
Episode 69.
Oh, there's nothing funny about that.
Hold up. I got a church. We got to keep this PG.
There's nothing funny about that. I don't even know what that means.
Nothing. I don't even know why we laughed.
I don't either.
But Josh, how's it been going, man? Tell us some good news, man. Some good news, maybe some bad news. Tell us some news.
Man, just kind of a blur. It's a whirlwind, honestly. I've been working pretty much every day, getting ready for this guy's trip because I'm gonna miss a weekend of work. So yeah, just preparing, getting ready so that I can do some hardcore chilling with the homies, brother. Other than that, yeah,
I'm
not a lot.
I'm looking forward to it. I ain't got much going on either, man. Just kind of working, transitioning as well. But I'm kind of like, that's kind of like my thing of just kind of getting ready for that guy's trip, just kind of working as much as can and kind of, I'm just ready to get a little break, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, me too.
Nice.
Yeah, me too, man. I think everybody
I got a bunch of beer that I'm going to load up that we can all drink. So yeah. I think we're going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to go by in a blur. It seems like every time it does. So I'm going to really try to, when I get there, I'm going to try to like soak up every second of it. Like I'm here, I'm present, I'm enjoying the moment. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's hard to switch your brain over sometimes into that mode. Like you still want to go. But I'm going to like switch. I'm going to slow it down to like, all right, chilling with the homies. But we digress. There's some exciting news out,
nobody
brother.
wants to hear about us going on a trip, especially if they're not going on a trip. So, hey, let's get into it, man. You want to go into your infamous, best of all, legit, legendary gaming news of the week.
Gaming moment of the week coming at you. Brought to you by...
See,
you can't even tell it right. I know you hate it. We're cutting it from the show. No, it's the gaming moment of the week. This is our favorite gaming moment from this past week that we go over and we tell you about the moment, how we felt, what was going on in today's gaming moment of the week. Gaming moment of the week. Okay, mine's got to be playing Fortnite with my son. I haven't really been into Fortnite in a long time, but my boy was asking me to play, so I'm like, all right. And when he said, Dad, they're doing Star Wars, I'm like, okay. So it was way easier for me to just hop on and play with him. I was playing on my Xbox. He was playing on his Switch right beside me. We were just having a great time. You can do like Jedi training and get a lightsaber. You can get
Which
like
is
a
awesome. You
yeah,
know, he
it's
loved that. You
freaking
know, he
cool.
loved that.
You can get a jetpack like a bounty hunter. You can fly around a TIE fighter shooting people on the ground. You can take control of a Star Destroyer up in the sky and shoot people on the ground. I'd say that was probably one of the coolest moments where we were both in the Star Destroyer killing people on the ground. Like you could see him down there jumping around. We were just blowing them up. And, just like ran through quite a few people. Of course, you're going to get a bot every now and then. I'm pretty sure there's bots on there, but there was also real people that me and my boy were taking out. We were using the force
Dude,
together
that's so cool,
and
man.
taking them out. So, dude, that's got to
Have
be
you
my gaming
introduced him
moment of
to
the
a
week.
Have you introduced him to a normal Star Wars game? I mean,
Man, I know we've played some before. There's
like
one.
Jedi Fallen or something?
No. So there's one on N64. He might have saw me play that. So as you know, I do a lot of emulation on Steam Deck and stuff. And there's a old N64 game that I remember I beat back in the day when I was like 12, 13. And so I have it. I forget the name of it. It's Star Wars something. You play as a bounty hunter. It's not a character you see in the movies, but it's like one of my all-time favorites. And I played that one, and I think he saw me playing. So a game that's actually getting a resurgence is Star Wars
Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2. I've been playing that, and it's freaking awesome, dude. Like, I
There's
love
so many
that
people
game.
on there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people on it, and there's been some really fun games. I've been really enjoying it. So, but
Dude,
yeah,
that's a cool gaming moment though, man. For real. Like, I know he's been doing the Fortnite. He's actually got my son a little bit into the Fortnite as well. Your son's been helping mine, so. And I know you told me about the Fortnite Star Wars, so that's a pretty cool gaming moment, man. Gotta say, you're gonna have to capture some footage though of y'all playing that, because we gotta see that next time.
Yeah.
Especially if you follow on YouTube, definitely gotta check that out.
Yeah, we need to stream it or something. I know I can stream, directly off of the Xbox, so we might have to try to figure that out. But yeah, man. So
and I can stream off the Switch now.
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So there you go.
Yeah,
that would be really cool. So dude, what's your gaming moment? Hit me with it.
Well, speaking of, for once, I actually do have a little clip and everything, and I think I sent it over to you. If you can play that clip,
yeah, I got it.
But I'll kind of just talk about as you play it. But it's my daughter Addie, my son's Shep. You see us all sitting in the living room. We're about to go see Lilo and Stitch. Like we saw Lilo and Stitch just a little bit ago for Family Day. But I was like, I got the new Switch 2, and we was playing Mario Kart World, and I was telling my wife, I was like, can you film this? Like, this is awesome, So we're all sitting there. It's like complete chaos of Mario Kart World, And we're just like, we're playing Knockout Tour, where you have to get like the first lap. If you're not 16th place, you get knocked out. You're done. Then it goes to like 10th place, 12th place or whatever. Then it goes 8th place. And if you don't keep getting within that certain ranking, you get knocked out. You're done. So Shep lasted all the way until like the 8th, I think. And then Addie lasted another round as well. And then the final round, it was just me and like 3 other racers, and I ended up getting 3rd place at the very end. But it was super fun. We got one race in. It's completely chaotic, man. And I just loved every second of it, of us playing. They was just chilling, playing, having fun, talking trash and everything. So it was a fun moment, man. It really was. So that was definitely my gaming moment of the week.
That's cool. It looks really cool, especially when the whole family gets together and plays something like that. So, like, how does this game differ from what was the last Mario Kart 8? So this is Mario Kart Worlds is the name of it.
Yep.
So
Mario Kart World?
So it's like an open world type experience too, or
it is. And I haven't played too much of it, but it goes to. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is like more condensed of like, hey, you have your Grand Prix, you stay on the track, you can't go anywhere off the track. And remember, if you go off the track and you follow something, it actually picks you up, some guy with a cloud and a fishing rod brings you back on the track, and then you go, right? But on this one, you can actually go off the track at any point and free roam. There's not a lot going on when you free roam. There's some missions, some different things, but there's not a lot going on. But it's really fun. My son absolutely loves the free roam. Like, he'll go around and just drive through like grass, jump off of hills and stuff like that. He can drive all day off road. But it's kind of comparison, Josh. Remember, me and you used to play a good bit. Forza Horizon 5, I think it is.
Yeah, 5 or 6 we used to play.
It's 5, I think. Yeah,
5.
and we would like roam with our Jeep and the Bronco and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah. So that's a video that we have on our YouTube. Y'all go check it out. It's actually a really cool video.
Yeah, that is true. It is a cool video. We need to do that again. But
For sure.
If you get Switch 2, we can. But you know, it's in comparison to that. It's not as detailed and stuff. I feel like it's going to be really. They're not saying this. Nobody is saying this, but I feel like Nintendo is going to actually add on to all that, and it's going to be really crazy. It's already chaotic. They have new animations and stuff like that. I don't think it's worth the $80 that you have to pay for the game.
Right.
The $79.99. Luckily, I got it in a bundle, so it was only like $50. You know, is it worth $50? Yes. Is it worth $80? I just don't know. I can't answer that. It just depends. But for me and my family, it's definitely worth it because Mario Kart is the go-to game.
For sure.
Anybody can pick it up. Your kids can pick it up. That can be the first game. That was the first game my son actually played was Mario Kart. So we enjoyed it a lot, man. It's a fun game, fun system, and I'm looking forward to kind of talking about the new system that I picked up on the midnight release. So
yeah, I'm sure that's going to be really cool to hear because it's the new hotness, and I think everybody likes it. So I think it was a good move. So cool.
There's some pros and cons.
Okay. Well, we're gonna hear all about it, boy. Well, I guess that's it for the gaming moments of the week. You want to go into the news and deals?
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is the news and deals section where we go over interesting gaming news that you need to hear and some gaming deals that would be good to know about because you can find some sick deals on the website we use is gg.deals for like Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, all that stuff. But no need for you to click over there because we got you. But you wanna go into some news, man? There's some some really exciting news.
I think it's going to be a lot more news than deals this week because they had some crazy news dropping. Obviously, the Switch 2 was released on June 5th, right? We will talk about that in the next section a little bit, like I was talking about. I did go to the midnight release at GameStop and pick that up. But also, we just found out they had an Xbox showcase, and they also had Xbox handheld that was...
Boy!
Xbox handheld that we've been rumored and we've been talking about numerous times on the podcast. So check out our previous podcast. We talked about it. See what the about seeing if it was going to actually do something good, if they're going to change the software, how it's going to compete with Steam and the Steam Deck, the beloved Steam Deck.
Yeah.
But they dropped it today, man, and I think you have a good. I think you have a trailer to show. Maybe
I
we
do.
can put on there.
We need to watch that and also pay attention to how bad this song is that they play. We're gonna find out if we're gonna get hit with a copyright strike, but it's gonna be worth it because it's that good. Check it out.
We decided just to go with it.
Look at this thing.
I think it's so cool that they use glass. Like you can just manipulate glass. By the way.
Yeah. It's like glass or like silicone.
Thank you for Xbox for letting us view this video. By the way,
thank you Xbox. Listen to that drop though.
Yeah, this music is nice.
Ooh. John Wick going in there blasting people. Pow, pow, pow. No, look at this thing.
I always love their grips. It's just like the Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
So I'm very partial to the Steam Deck. You can see that they have the right thumbstick moved down a little bit.
I love that. That's my favorite. It's like the Switch.
I like it being up a little bit. It doesn't feel as good to me. I like them both being on the same level. So I don't know.
But Steam stream from the cloud too, though, and you can do native Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be cool. And that's what I want to know is is this their own software that's just Windows,
Yes.
or is there like straight like off the
Hollow
Xbox
Knight,
console?
Silksong.
Driven by AMD Ryzen, which is good.
It's probably gonna be a little bit more powerful than the Steam Deck.
Oh yeah,
Than
for sure.
Steam Deck in the Switch.
Well, I mean, you got to look at how old the Steam Deck is too. It's getting on up there
Holiday
now.
2025.
Yeah.
Oh, pause that. Go back and pause that a second.
All right.
At the end.
Pause on the actual handhelds. Oop.
Yes. Yeah, right there. So the ROG Ally X is shown to be AMD Ryzen A1Z2 Extreme,
Ooh.
24 gigs of memory, dude.
Whoa.
1 terabyte storage. I didn't notice that earlier.
I didn't either.
Then you
24
have the
gigs.
Z2 24. That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's gonna last a while if you grab it. And it comes with 1 terabyte of storage. Like, I don't know if I like the D-pad look too much. You see the D-pad? The D-pad kind of looks concave. In between the cross has like just 4 like little bitty lines. For my Audible listeners right now. The ROG Xbox Ally, which is the lower model, is going to be white and it only has 16 gigs. So you get 8 more gigs of memory, and you get 512 more storage for the ROG Ally X.
Yeah, and it looks like it's got a different AMD Ryzen chip in the ROG Ally X too. You see, it's got the AMD Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme, and the ROG Xbox Ally. The bottom one is the AMD Ryzen Z2A, so it's missing that AI. So I'm guessing it does some sort of AI upscaling or computation in that other chip is what I would guess.
But I think the biggest thing you look at this, and the biggest thing that I love, okay, and I just want to throw out, obviously if you go for it, I would go with the Xbox Ally X, guys. It's going to be more future proof.
I wonder what the price difference.
Pros. Let's talk about that's a big key too. But let's talk about the pros just real quick, Josh. Okay, let's talk about the Ally X mostly. Native games from Xbox, right? Handheld. First time ever you're going to have native with Xbox games on a handheld, right? Will they be able to? I know you mentioned a second ago when it comes to Steam and all that, are you going to be able to have? Is it going to be a custom software like Steam Deck does, like Steam OS? Is it going to be a custom Windows, or is this just an app that they have pulled up right now that they customized and all for your gaming? Is it going to be where you go to desktop mode? Like on the Steam Deck? That's another question, right? I think we kind of talked about it, guys, a little bit before. I think if you have Steam on this thing, along with a native Xbox, along with being able to play on the cloud too, because of Xbox Game Pass, man, it's going to be hard to beat this machine, man. This handheld, it's going to be extremely hard.
It really is, and there's talks online right now. I'm kind of looking up some stuff in the background. As of 6 hours ago, somebody on Reddit claims that this thing is going to have full Steam support at launch. So I don't know if that's true.
You know how huge that would be?
Dude.
You know how huge that would be?
It'd be huge. And it'd be really
let's
huge.
talk about a second Pro real quick with that. Well, the second Pro would be the Steam. I agree with you on that. Third Pro on this thing is you see that dedicated Xbox button. I think that's huge. That's why I think that Xbox button is kind of like the Steam button that you use to go home. I think that Xbox needed that. That's what people look towards. Look at the Switch 2. The Switch 2 has the home button, right? To go back to its software, the main handheld software, right? And it shows a partnership. It doesn't show like hey, they just put money towards ROG Ally, right? Which is Asus, right? It's an actual partnership, and they even show it in the trailer. It splits off. If you can go back to that beginning of the trailer. Oh no, it shows it in the in this picture.
Yeah.
See at the bottom, it has Asus and it has Xbox, like a partnership.
Sorry.
So I'm just saying I think that's huge for that's my third pro on this. And and then I'll see what you got to say, and then we kind of go into the cons on this, because I do have some cons. I will say that.
Okay. So here's a pro for me if it does do this. Can you switch over like you do on the Steam Deck, switch over to desktop mode and do all that stuff? If you can, download Steam on there, run it in big picture mode. You basically have a Steam Deck mode on there ready to rock. And I would just live there for a while, probably.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. But this thing doesn't look like it docks, by the way. It's got to dock.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
There's not even.
It's got to dock.
It's got to. So I'm guessing on the top it's got to be USB-C or something. I don't remember.
It doesn't even show any of that, does it?
It doesn't show it.
Now, do we know if the original ROG Ally or the ROG Ally 2?
That's a good point.
Is that able to dock?
We need to look at that.
Can we look that up real quick?
Yeah. It's got to. If it doesn't dock,
yes, it can. It can.
Okay.
You can.
It's got to be able to.
It's with a Type-C cable.
So,
and it is 4K.
Okay, so you could basically, I got a dock that I got for the Steam Deck that would work for this too. It's got to work for it. So
yeah. So that's a good pro. Well, it doesn't say it yet, so we can't really say 100%, right?
Really whiffed it on the trailer. They should have had this thing docked up to a TV, because that's like a major selling point that I don't know why they didn't put it in the trailer. They whiffed, especially around the time of the Switch 2 would have been a perfect time for them to say, okay, here's our answer to the Switch 2. Why didn't they do that?
On purpose. You know they did that on purpose,
Maybe.
announcing this thing right after the Switch 2.
Oh, yeah, but they really missed a chance to be like, hey, this thing docks too, and it can play in 4K too. Like, why they didn't do that?
But look how wide it is, though. That's the only thing. The Switch 2 is so thin. Like, if you look at my screen right now, like, I just want you to see
it is thin, isn't it?
Like, that's a huge thing. It's thin. It's thin.
What kind of processor is on that?
I think it's NVIDIA. I don't know. I have to look.
Okay.
But it's a custom, I think, from NVIDIA. But that's a good question.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if
it's NVIDIA T239. So they did a custom chip just like they did in the 2017 Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
But now they have a 12 gigabyte with LPD DDR5 RAM.
Ooh. Nice.
So it enables gameplay 4K 60 on dock mode in 1080p at 120 frames per second.
So that's the thing. I want to know what's inside that dock of yours. I'm sure there's something in there. Maybe
it has a fan.
It has a fan, so it's able to basically overclock the processor probably and keep it cooler so that it can play in 4K. That's really cool.
I hate that it's not 120 4K. But 4K 60 is plenty enough for me for Nintendo games. You know?
For sure.
But we'll get into all that. But what cons do you see, real quick, with this Xbox handheld?
Well,
that a lot of people are kind of asking, what's a big con of this? If just what you know right now.
Just what I know right now, just by looking at it right now, it looks like, you know, like I said, I'm partial to the Steam Deck, so I'd like the analog sticks to be different placement. But honestly, if this feels like an Xbox controller, if this feels like an Xbox controller, though, I'm sure it feels fine because I really like an Xbox controller. They feel great. The buttons, I'm sure all that stuff does something, but I don't know. What do the triggers look like? Because that's going to be most of it, right? Does it feel good to play on?
It does show it a little bit.
If it feels kind of cheap and it looks pretty premium, you know, you saw at the beginning it was showing kind of the body and the outside. Look at that texture right there.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's going to be grippy. I wonder what kind of screen it is too. It's probably not OLED, or they would have said it, right?
If you go to the very beginning, you'll see the triggers. If you go to the very beginning.
But do they say what kind of screen this is? Like what resolution it's running at?
No, it doesn't say any of that stuff.
So I'm
sure it's going to be 1080p.
Yeah, my guess, it would either be 1080p or some sort of weird off
there it is
variant. You know, like the Steam Deck is running at 1200 by 800 or something like that. It might be some kind of
900 by 600, I think.
on
Steam Deck. It's a custom.
it's
custom.
it's like 1200 by like 800 or something like that on the Steam Deck.
Oh, okay.
But
can I
or 1280?
Can I say this real quick with it?
What is it?
I feel like the bezels on the Steam Deck. I mean, on this ROG Ally X, if you look at it.
Yeah, it's 1280 by 800 on Steam Deck. Sorry.
Okay. I didn't challenge you once you said that. I was like, oh, he knows his Steam Deck. Josh knows his Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna go back on that one. But because you do know that. The bezels, if you go to the screen at the very end again, for our YouTube watchers right now, the bezels kind of bothers me. It kind of reminds me of the 2017 kind of Switch kind of thing. And
yeah, look
it
at how
bothers
much
me a little
space
bit
they
with
have
Switch
there.
2 as well.
Yeah, it looks like they're missing out on a lot of space.
Yeah, the OLED Switch actually kind of made that look a lot better, and it was a better screen. I think they get away with this if they make it OLED. If not, I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like I just don't think it's going to be OLED because they're going to try to get the price down as much as possible. So I feel like that's going to be an issue for me.
Yeah.
Is that screen? I don't know how big the screen actually is, but that's a lot of bezel, man. And you're adding a name in the bezel. Why do that? Why put the name like?
Right.
That just bothers me. I'd rather have that whole bezel taken out and be underneath the plastic or whatever, and just have full screen. You know, but that's just me. Last con I want to say in reference to this is, why didn't they show more? Like, you're doing a reveal, people's been asking about it. This was your chance to really blow it out of the water. People, the main question they have is the software. Is it going to be a custom software, or is this just Windows? You're showing us another Windows handheld, which nobody's going to be interested in because it's so janky, right? That's why people went to the Steam Deck. That's the whole reason they went to the Steam Deck, because of the custom software, the Steam OS. So why did they not show that and answer those questions? That's just,
we need answers. We need answers.
We need answers.
What's the deal? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm excited. The more handhelds, the better. We'll see if they whiffed it. And so the price is the thing I'm really concerned about. So I don't know, because as you know, like I believe I heard this, that they basically made Steam Decks at a loss. Like, they were basically giving those things away to get more people in the ecosystem, and that's how it kind of made up for it. People started buying games like crazy. So, like, I believe most consoles and stuff are made at a loss because they make their money on the games end. So I'm wondering how they're going to price this thing, especially with the tariffs and all that stuff. I bet. So I'm going to make a guess. I bet this thing is $7.99.
Ooh,
I'm guessing
$7.99.
I'm guessing $7.99.
I think
which is too expensive.
They have to do this at $600, no more than $600. I think $7.99 is priced out.
I think for the premium model,
$649 maybe at the max.
I think the premium.
You think
model,
so for the premium?
Premium model,
Ooh, I think
$7.99.
$4.99 for the bottom model, the lower model, and then I think $6.49 for the premium. $6.49 is max.
We'll go back and see.
We're going to replay this video.
Yeah.
If so.
I say $6.49 for the base model.
Wait! You can't change. Oh,
no,
for the base.
For the base model. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, they're gonna price this thing out of the wazoo. So? I think so, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. You ready to go on to the deals?
Oh yeah.
I got a heck of a deal I have to talk about right now.
Let's talk about it. Let's go right into the news and deal. Oh, we already did that. So yeah, let's just roll into the deals. I'll just play this again. Yeah. Deals portion of the news and deals. Shut up. Stop it. So
hey, let's talk about this best deal real quick. And I'm going to let you take over from here, but I just got one. Deathloop. Really great game, really fun game. I think you played it a good bit, Josh.
I played it a little bit. I played it probably an hour or two.
So right now on the Epic Game Store, you can get it for free on the Epic Game Store.
Oh, really?
For the next 3 days, it's 100% off.
Bro, that's how I got Battlefront 2. I got it for free off of the Epic Game Store like a year or two ago, and now everybody's playing it, and I'm like, I own this thing for free. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's a
So
great find. It's crazy how they do
yeah,
that every now and then.
it's $60 on Steam right now. $60. Everything else right now. If I'm just saying, I would snatch it up. Go to the Epic
Yeah.
Game Store. Get your
There it
free
is.
downloads for the next 3 days, guys. So it is June 8th right now. So until June 11th, you have to snatch this game up. So definitely try that out. Josh, it's on you, brother.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Deathloop is free right now in the Epic Games Store. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pull up. Here's what I want to do this week: is I'm gonna pull up historic lows for PC, since we've been talking about PC, Xbox, and Switch. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
we'll just go
I'm
through
very
all of
interested in the
them.
Switch. For
We'll go
sure.
through all of them real quick. We'll look at the historic lows for each. I'm just gonna run through the top 5. Oh, you see the game
I
I'm gonna
like
talk
that. You
about.
read my mind. You read my
Okay,
mind.
cool. So, dude, hold on, it's not pulling up. I'll just kind of read off of this page. Right now, Choo Choo Charles is on Switch for 75%
He
off.
really wants y'all to have Choo Choo.
Dude, I don't care. I had a great time with Choo Choo Charles. It was stupid. It was fun. I had a great time just playing it. Looks like, what else we got? 86% off is Kai the Kangaroo on Switch. Don't know anything about that. Let's see. Capes is 50% off, only $20.
That's
Bloomtown
not bad.
is 40% off for $14.99. I don't really recognize any of these other games. I don't know if you do, but
I do not. More probably indie games that you're looking at
Yeah.
here. But if you
Probably
on the
indie
best
games.
deals, they do have.
I'll just go to
They
the
do have.
fire deals.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just do it that way. For some reason, it's taking forever on this page, so I'll just have to kind of glance through it.
Yeah, I have to bear with us, guys. But we're going to get you these
bear
deals.
with us. Freaking Elon's been upset about stuff
Yeah,
lately, so
yeah.
my Starlink might not be Starlinking.
Took all that government money away, huh?
Yeah, dude, it's slowing down my Starlink. So
I will do one deal: Mario Rapids Kingdom Battle for the Switch, 75% off for $10. That's a really fun game. So
Nice.
and it's a first party. Well, it's a third party game, but in partnership with Nintendo. So definitely snatch that up if you're able to.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I can't really do anything here. It's not working for me. So sorry.
Let me throw this real quick. One last one for the Switch, and then we'll let you move on to the next one. But No Man's Sky for the Switch 2 edition. Switch 2 edition, 60% off, $23.99. Monster Hunter Rise, $10, 75% off for the Switch.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
that shows up.
I got it fixed now. So War Tales. I'm sorry, we're on PC now. PC. You have War Tales is $10, historic low. Ogu and the Secret Forest is free right now on Epic Store. As you said, Deathloop is free on the Epic Store. Hellslave is free right now on Steam, usually $20. I haven't even heard of this game, so I might have to look into that.
Yeah.
And the Talos Principle is 75% off, $8.14 right now. And oh wait, this is $1. This game is $1.14. I don't know what this is. See, dude, these games are like $1 or $2 when they go on sale. Tear me up. I'll buy them.
That's the best thing about Steam.
That's the best
thing about Steam.
Hold on one sec. Let me look at what Hellslave is. Let me just get some gameplay looking. It looks like you're going through hell, maybe. Oh, dude, look at this. Is like old school.
It's like old school Windows 97.
Yeah, we're gonna just skip that one. Not interested
no one is
right
free.
now. Yeah.
It only took them 30 years to become free.
Right. So we'll look at Xbox, see what they got going on. Deep Rock. Okay, Deep Rock Galactic, Xbox and PC is $6.59 historic low. That game's awesome, by the way. I love that game.
How much did you say?
$6.59.
Do we know how until when?
Can
you click on it?
Click on it and see.
Did it tell you when?
Where does it say it at? Usually it tells you, right, that it ends within a certain time.
It usually does.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you're listening to this, it should still be on there.
Yeah, this is
But,
on the Microsoft Store. The thing about it is when you do it on Steam. On Steam too, dude. It's really cheap on Steam. So, brother, if you ever get the itching to play a game like this, Deep Rock Galactic is great. I love it, and
okay.
I
What's
played
it
a
about?
lot.
Can you tell everybody what it's
Yeah,
about?
so Deep Rock Galactic, you're basically dwarves in space. So you have your own spaceship and stuff that you chill at, and then you get dropped onto different asteroids and stuff, and you mine materials. And as you mine materials, you aggravate the beasts and the bugs and stuff that are on those planets. So you're mining, but then all of a sudden you'll get waves of enemies attacking you, and each dwarf has its own ability that you can use to either traverse the area or battle the bugs. You have different missions that you do. It is an all-around fun game. Love the art style, love the gameplay. It's a great game to play with friends, and you're definitely going to have a good time on the spaceship and on the asteroids. So I cannot recommend it enough. I love this game.
Okay, I have to check that out.
Yeah, if you ever get the opportunity, I might on the guys trip. I'll play it on the Steam Deck, and you can see what it's all about.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, but we'll go through. We were looking at Xbox, right?
Some Xbox, yes, it was on Xbox and PC. You was looking at PC, so if you can go over some Xbox and maybe just finish it up with some PlayStation, that'd be awesome.
This is Xbox right now. You have Lollipop Chainsaw Repop is a historic low of $22.04. Assassin's Creed Shadows Xbox Series Edition is 13% off, historic low $50.69. Devil May Cry 5 is only $8.32 right now. Looks like you got to go through the Aniba store to get a code. But Haven is a game I was interested in. It's $9.99. I believe I played it before. There's only 1 day left on that, so I probably shouldn't even mention it. Anyways, mention this really quick. Max Payne 3 is only $8.99 right now on the Microsoft Store. You might want to check that one out. And really quick with the PlayStation, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, historic low, $36.43. Dave the Diver, recommend this game. Great game. Not a big percentage off. It's usually $20. It's $12.99 right now on PlayStation. God of War 3 Remastered is $9.99 right now, usually $20. Gravity Rush Remastered is $14.99, usually $30. The Order 1886 is $9.99 right now. Looks like a fun shooter, usually $20. And the list goes on. If you want to see for yourself, log on to gg.deals and look up your gaming system of choice, and all the deals are on there. But these are just a few of the top hot gaming deals.
Let me throw out one that's a really great game. One last one, Josh, is Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
$7.49.
Yep.
75% off on Steam. Got 3 days. 3 days. So you
That's
got
a heck
into
of
the
a
11th
deal
on that.
I believe I bought it last time it went on sale, and I played it some.
Yeah,
it's
I
a
need
really
to do
fun
that.
game. It should be in your
will be
library.
Gaming. Yeah, I'm going to download it now because you said that.
Yeah.
But man, that's some awesome gaming deals, man. Like I said, come back here, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Drop your favorite game as well. If you got any gaming deals, put it down in the comments. If you're listening all the way this far in the show, we try to get these shows going, especially when there's big news that comes around and stuff. And we decide, hey, it'd be really good to kind of talk about. Kind of join in, follow us, and hit that bell so you get a notification whenever we drop a video.
That's right.
As well, and we give you these gaming deals.
Yeah, sure. Well, we'll roll into our main topic of the week, the Switch 2 with Gino. Exciting times we live in, Gino. Exciting times.
It is. I've been waiting only since 2017. Was that 8 years for the next Switch to come out like everybody else? So kind of backstory on it real quick. I got to tell you, so my wife has been super cool about it. She's known I've been waiting a long time for this thing. It's been 8 years. I've been actually saving a good bit, and I had money saved, and I worked some extra jobs and different things like that, and I gave her the money, and I was like, "Here, take this money," and she kind of kept it on the side for me to make sure it just did not get spent. And when it was time, she was like, "Okay," and transfer the money over. And I told her, I said, "Hey, they're doing a midnight release. They haven't done one of those since I was in like college, and midnight releases at GameStop and all used to be the thing to go to. It used to be so exciting, so fun." So I was going to ask my kids, see if they wanted to stay up late, go to a midnight release, see what it was about. A bunch of people screaming excitement about getting their console. So the night comes. I'm actually off that day. I'm like, hey, let me go to this thing. I show up at midnight. I actually dropped a little video I did on my TikTok, the Evans Jr. Channel, and it shows me going in, looking around. I got a little filming. There's like nobody hardly there, man. It was literally everybody in there is already paid for their console, so you just wait your turn. It was just kind of silent and awkward. You get your you get your bag with your goodies that
Why
you
was
paid
it
for.
silent and awkward? I don't understand.
There was one guy that had like Nintendo outfit on. He had like the jacket and all that. You can kind of see it in the video a little bit. Once he got his console, he held it, like the infamous, when you get the first one, you get the console, he holds it up and he's like, yeah, and everybody was just kind of looking at him like, all right, dude, like that's great. and then I was next up. I was second one up. I got mine. He was like, just check your items. GameStop, the personnel was super nice though, man. They were so nice. They were so cool. And anyways, got my stuff, got the Pro controller, got the SD card, got the Switch 2. Went home. I was so tired, man, that I set it all up and then I went to bed at that point. But a couple of gripes I just want to say real quick is I got the bundle, which comes digitally for Mario Kart, right? And I collect physical games on the Switch too. So it wouldn't let me download it the night of the midnight release or whatever. Then when I got home, I wanted to
Why
play
not?
it just would not do it. It said it was not released yet. Was not released yet. So the next morning, I was able to download it, no issues, and play it, which was probably good anyways because I needed to go to bed. I was so tired.
Right.
But I ended up setting up. It wasn't too bad to set up. It was super slow to download a bunch of things. But I will show you this. Here is the Switch. This is the back of it.
Let's freaking go.
So it has the kickstand that you can adjust like all the way up, lay it down, all the way down. The best feature here is the front of it. And you can see the software.
Dude, that screen looks big.
It's huge.
A massive
it's huge.
Screen.
Let me turn this thing on for you.
Turn that thing on, boy.
So I've been trying all kinds of different games and stuff, but it's like a true black too. Like when you turn it on next to the original Switch, it's like a grayer kind of tone to it, but this is more like a black tone. But also, so you got this. The coolest feature is the Joy-Cons. So it's just snap on and just.
So, ooh, that's pretty satisfying. So is there like a little thing that clips it on, like an extra clip?
So if you turn around the back,
I'd heard something about that.
If you look at it real close, see this little clip right here?
So that's how you disconnect it? Is you
so you just push this in, and then see how it comes out, and then boop,
dude.
And then do it from the back.
Ooh. It sounds premium.
It's so nice.
It sounds really good.
So nice. It's a very premium console, dude. It looks so good. The screen's really big. You now have, let me show you the capture button that is on there. So that's right here on the bottom.
Wow.
You can press that and it goes into game chat, which is the coolest feature. If you had a Switch 2, it's only for Switch 2 consoles. Let's say I click this.
Mm-hmm.
You can click on whatever profile you want to do.
So how does it differ? You can
actually create a chat.
Oh, nice.
And you can actually talk on it. It has a microphone on the top. So you can actually...
Let's go.
I don't know where the microphone... Yeah, here it is. Microphone on the top, that little hole.
It's about time.
It was all the way about 20-something feet away is where my dock and all is. I was sitting on the couch. And, man, it was picking me up, dude. Like on the dock, like from the console.
It sounds like they've worked on the software then. Like they got it figured out.
It did. And then another cool thing, they still kept the 3mm headphone jack.
Mm-hmm.
They got a USB-C port me see where it's at. Right here. Have my finger covering it. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the game slot
Do
as
they?
well
Don't they have one on the top and
in the power
bottom, or
button.
is it's on the top
Yes,
and bottom?
yes.
Yeah. Let's
So
see.
there's a USB-C on the bottom too, which is amazing. That's been huge, by the
Perfect.
way.
Perfect.
Huge.
Perfect.
But all the other buttons are there from the original Switch. Josh, the main question is, I had a couple people ask me this already. Is it worth it getting this compared to the normal Switch? And I would say if you have a Switch OLED,
Mm-hmm.
OLED Switch, because it's a bigger screen, the colors pop. This is not an OLED screen, it's still
That's
LCD. It's a
that's
better
the
LCD
one.
screen.
That's the one that my son has is the OLED Switch.
Yes. And it probably pops a little bit better. When you bring it for the guys trip, we can put them side by side and maybe look at it to see the difference. Would be a really cool little thing to look
don't
at.
know if so I also have an OG Switch that I got from my nephew, and I don't know if I can bring the other one. I might can convince my son to part with it for some days, but
Well, you'll be good.
he's
Let's
on
not do that.
he's on that thing
that.
every day.
He'll be
Like, he
ticked at
loves
you.
it.
He'll
Yeah.
be ticked at you for that. I didn't know. I forgot you had another one too.
Yeah.
But so the software, the main game that I tried, that I made sure to try out to see if it was better. I had MLB The Show 22, which was a baseball game. It was unplayable on the Switch, and I bought that game. Unplayable.
Huh.
It's mostly a PlayStation Studio game. It's a really good baseball game. I put the cart is backwards compatible, so all the Switch games that you have for the Switch can play on the Switch too. But because of the software is better, the processor and all, with NVIDIA custom chip, it plays better now. It plays great. It looks better.
Heck yeah.
It's a bigger screen. So every game is getting these upgrades slowly but surely. You know, just like they did with the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. If you have PlayStation 4 games, you see a lot of these games coming out, you pay $10 extra, or they get free upgrades and they get all these next gen patches. You know, it's the same thing is happening for the Switch too. Game chat, that should have been on the Switch. They should implement that on the Switch.
Yeah.
The problem is it's going to be so long until, I'll give you an example. Me and Josh, we play a lot. We try to play a lot, depending on our schedule. But he has a normal Switch, and he's not in any rush to get a Switch 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah.
So
it's just not in my wheelhouse right now.
it's just not there. So I'm still unable to communicate. It would be absolutely great if my son could communicate with his sonship, because they play all the time. They want to play all the time on Fortnite. So we have to set up a Discord on an iPad or something like that on the computer just so they can chat. Why don't they at least do voice chat for the Nintendo Switch, the first Nintendo Switch, so it can open up to the whole 1 million people that already have Switches? And and this is coming from a guy that has a Switch 2. Like, I spent the money on the Switch 2. They still need to open up game chat to the Nintendo Switch, the original console.
Yeah, so
is what I feel.
I wonder about that. Is it a limitation of the system and the power and everything for them to just not be able to do both at once? Is why they didn't implement chat function and all that?
What we found out is 3 gigabytes of the 12 is being straight for game chat.
That makes
sense. And we don't know if it's because of the video part of it too, because you can actually video chat if you have.
They have.
Yeah.
I bet they have some reserved for the whole like video chat function.
They do.
Okay.
So
makes sense.
All in all, I've been playing the Nintendo Switch in handheld mode. On the original Switch, it's 720p, I believe, by 30 or something. And then it goes up to 1080p, maybe 60 for dock mode. On the Nintendo Switch 2 is now 1080p, 120 frames per second with HDR and handheld. On the dock mode, it's 4K 60 without HDR.
Okay,
Now,
so
HDR let me say this real quick. HDR can be implemented at a later time, because on the PlayStation 5, if you remember, Josh, it was the same situation on the PlayStation 5. They didn't have it implemented at first until a software update. But other than that, that's what you got with the Switch 2.
So what? Let me turn this light down. Goodness. So what? You probably already said it, but I missed it. What's the screen resolution for the actual Switch 2 itself?
1080p,
1080p at
120
120
frames per second.
Okay.
For handheld with HDR.
So can you tell that it's putting out 120 frames for each game? Does it look that smooth?
It's pretty smooth. I've been playing handheld a lot, and I've been playing Hollow Knight. And if you can, I don't know if you can bring up that that video real quick, if that's okay.
For sure.
I sent you a video of it. It just shows me playing a little bit. You're not going to be able to tell in this video, guys, but just to show you, this is actually dock mode. I'm playing on the Switch Pro controller, but I'm enjoying it, man. It looks so good, especially with the 4K. I feel like it's finally up to par. I'm playing against this boss right now. I completely lose, by the way.
Is this game multiplayer, or is it like a single player?
It's just single player
platformer game. This looks like my kind of game, though. It looks sweet.
Oh, you have you played Hollow Knight?
No, I've heard so many good things about it.
100%.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead.
This is your game. If I had to pick a game to let you try, like this is the game. I think I might have this on Steam.
Really?
If I remember correctly.
Do you?
I think so.
Dude,
I'm pretty sure. But it's such a fun game. I've been sucking so much time in it the past couple days. Just sitting there playing it. The music, the songs, the sounds is amazing. But I say all this is I would rather play this on handheld mode, but I was just chilling playing with my Switch Pro controller, which brings me to that topic with the Pro controller. It only has 2 buttons on the back. It's the same controller as the original Nintendo Switch Pro controller, but it has 2 buttons on the back as well. I have been using it a little bit, but I'm a 4-button guy. Like the Elite Series 2 controller, I rather 4 buttons. Man, all in all, I'm extremely happy with the Switch 2. I have a ton of games, and I just want to show you, if you can bring it back to just my screen real quick. I'm going to show you what I've been purchasing. My wife's been letting me do this to kind of get my collection in order a little bit. So I purchased these 3 things. I kind of showed a little bit to you before. So I have this. Let me get this back on the screen.
Nice.
That's one.
Magnetic case.
I got this one. Yep, magnetic cases. I'm going to open them up in a second. And then I just got this one in too.
Very cool.
So I have these games, a ton of games. I love the cartridge. I love the art that they have on there.
Do you love the way they taste?
All the third-party games. I haven't not tasted it yet. I heard they taste wonderful. Don't do that, guys.
No,
if you're listening,
they
don't
taste
do that.
bad on purpose so people won't put them in their mouth.
This, for my Zelda, I'm going to buy all the Zelda games, which should fill all this up eventually at some point. I'm missing like at least 6 or something. But this is going to be my Zelda only.
Okay,
this is all my first-party games.
So you're treating each case as kind of how you're collecting these games, is how you're going to separate them. So where's all the cases that the games came in? Do you keep those?
Okay. Yes, I do keep those. I can go to this one place if you want to switch me back to the other one. If you want to, at Game Exchange is where I go to. I know the guy there. He's really cool. His name's Rob. He has a bunch of loose cartridges, which is super cheap. And I'm so tempted to buy them, but I don't, because I like getting the cases and keeping them for collections. So I bought this long case. And you know what? Let me grab it real quick. If you want to keep them, give me 2 seconds.
I'll keep them engaged.
Where I keep them at.
So we're going to take a look at Game Exchange. It looks like a cool place to buy, sell, and do gaming stuff. Game Exchange, a place to get electronics. Yeah, it looks really cool. They have collectibles, home electronics, comics, and cards. So let's check out their Switch stuff.
All right, I'm back. Look at this real quick.
He's back. I was looking at Game Exchange.
This is what I bought from Amazon. And you can actually keep them in a little...
Woo! Nice.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
All the cases, and it can be shown here. Keep in a plastic case is where I keep them. So if I ever want to sell or something like that, I have them all saved. You can see all the cases and all that stuff. I just got one. I'll show you this too. Let me grab that. The other day.
He's grabbing another case to show us where he's keeping all of his gaming cases. Really cool. Super nerdy, and I love it. It's what we do here.
Super nerdy. Super nerdy. But let me show you these real quick. So I had to buy son a Hot Wheels one the other day. But so I got this Capcom versus
Ooh,
Marvel game.
Marvel vs. Capcom's great.
But look at this. It comes with a comic
What?
in it. Its own comic.
Dude, I didn't even know that they came with
son-
any kind of paper in them anymore.
Yeah, some of them don't, but
Whoa!
some do.
Dude, I'm so glad they still do. Oh,
Look at that.
Spider-Man. I'm so glad they still do stuff like that. That used to be the coolest thing. Buying a
It used to
game
be.
and flipping through the book that came in it. They would have
Look at
like
Hollow Knight.
posters and stuff. What?
Watch this. So Hollow Knight comes even with. It's
that-
such a cool game, man. Look.
Get out of town. A poster.
Comes with a
Yes,
map.
that's what I'm saying. A
map.
map. You could frame
Zelda
that
used to
thing,
do.
put it up
Remember
on your
Zelda?
wall. That's
Yep.
cool.
So, and it comes with an actual book with like art and stuff.
They're
But
probably the
I thought
only
that was
ones
cool.
doing that still.
This
I
is
bet.
Hollow Knight, guys.
Yeah.
Last copy at GameStop I got. But so I'll get these cases, I'll take the games out, put them in my little case so I can easily carry, travel, whatever, and then I will put those inside the bag that I showed you. So that's how I go about it. This is my collector system. I only buy the games. Now here's the big thing with the Switch 2 that people need to know, Josh. They're doing a thing called game key cards. So what that is essentially is they're trying to intertwine the best of both worlds of digital and physical. So say I bought, what's a game that that's game key card that's just been released for the Switch 2. I forget what it is, but there's a game that's on the Switch 2 right now. A lot of these games, and you get the cartridge and you put it in, and it downloads like you download a digital game, right onto it.
Right.
And the only way that you're able to play that game though is with the key card. But the good news is that when say you want to sell that game, right? You cannot sell digital games, right? Once it's installed on your software, you can actually sell the game still.
That's cool.
Because you're not going to be able to play that game on your system,
right?
Unless you have that key. It's like a key,
right? You got to have the key.
So say I have a game key card, a Nintendo Switch game or whatever. You get a Switch 2, Josh, and I download on mine. I'm playing it, and then all of a sudden I go to I want to sell it or give it to you or something like that. I can actually give it to you, and then you own the game technically. But the problem is, the bad thing about this is they're not putting the whole game on the card.
Right.
So you have to have internet to download it. Once you have internet, you don't need it. Now, once it's downloaded, you don't need internet. Let me say that as well. You don't need internet. So it does keep the physical aspect of it. But the problem is, what if they get rid of that game on digital storefronts and all that? That key card is worthless because you have to download it from the server.
Well,
it's not on the key card.
So there's a lot of stuff like I know Steam. If you have
can switch the camera back too.
So like on Steam, if you have a key to a game, but the game isn't on the Steam store, it'll still download. It's just not available to buy on the Steam store anymore.
Because it's still able to. But what's to say one day they stop that and they don't allow that?
Well,
that's the problem.
So I don't think they'd be able to. Maybe. We'll just have to find out. But I don't. So. Yeah, I don't know if they would be able to stop that. I think it would always have to be there if they sold the key card. But I could be wrong. I mean, it could become an issue in the future. But I just know, like, it's not exactly that case. But like I said, on the Steam store, there's games that'll get taken down, but they still have to honor if you bought that game or if you have a key to that game, they still have to honor that download. So I'm just assuming that Nintendo would do the same thing. So
there's a lawsuit going on right now with a game. It's a racing game, and I can't remember exactly what it's for. I think it's Need for Speed Underground, I think. And they actually took down the servers for that game. And there's a big deal. Like the government actually got involved in like Europe and stuff, I think, requiring them to fix it because it's only a 5-year-old game. That's it. And they took it down.
Yeah.
So what's the problem I have with that is they might let you download it, but are they supposed to be allowed to keep it functional at the same time too?
Right. Do they still have to support it?
What's up, Judah?
This is Judah. This is one of my boys right here. Say what's up.
What's up, buddy?
Say what's up.
What's up? That blonde hair,
You have to
man.
say it in the microphone. Say what's up. You don't want to say it? That's okay.
He said no.
He's a little shy. But
anyways,
that's cool, man.
Switch 2, man. It's definitely worth it. They have a bunch of different aspects. Now let me say one last thing. The virtual cards, the game key cards, virtual cards. There's a thing called virtual cards. So I can actually let you borrow that game and do a virtual card. If you was there with me right now, it takes it from my system and literally like inserts it into yours. It looks like it does that animation.
Oh, cool.
And
So it'll still do it on the old Switch and everything? Like it'll still be able to transfer
I can game share. That's called game sharing. That's another feature. So having the Switch 2, if I had up to three normal Switches and it's a Switch compatible game, I can literally game share that as long as I keep the session open. If the session is open and I'm playing, you get to play. So while me, you, Blaze, and Clayville are sitting there and they all have Switches, I can play, say Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Say none of y'all had that game. I can literally share that game and all four of us can race together.
Oh, nice.
And play that game.
That's really cool that we can all play it together. That's a great feature. So like I know me and my son game share the newest, not the newest, but Zelda, not Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom.
And it's like if I'm connected to the internet and he starts the game, it'll knock me off of the game. And there's kind of ways.
Does he have his own account?
Yeah, so he has his own account and I have mine too. And
that's right, he does, yeah.
And to be able to protect my save, I decided to make my own account so that it stays on my save and he has his own save. Because it gets weird like that with, the saves and all that stuff. But
you don't want him messing up your save. Like, what is that? It's just our son.
Yeah,
I'm the same way, though. I'm like, don't play on my account.
Right, but there's kind of ways to keep from messing up. Like, I'll activate it on my Switch, and then I'll get off of the internet, and then sometimes it won't mess up. But it sounds like they've just refined a lot for the Switch 2 and how they're going to do things in the future, which is good.
It's more like a Switch Pro, I feel like.
Really?
If I had to be honest.
Okay.
It's like a Switch Pro.
But, yeah, because it's not like a giant leap, is it? I mean, it's still like a handheld. It still kind of does all the same things. But that's why it's not called anything else. It's still a Switch, just a Switch 2.
It's what everybody loved. It's the best-selling console in history, just about. It's almost there. So I will say this, though. If you had a normal Switch like you do, Josh, I think, right? And I had my old one like I had, I think the jump is worth it, 100% worth it.
Oh, yeah.
If you have an OLED Switch, I say no. I say wait until the Pro or the next one comes out.
Okay. Yeah, because
they're going to release an OLED. They are.
Yeah, they got to. So I can definitely tell a big difference between the OLED and the base Switch because we have both, and I'm like, whoa, that thing looks better. I think it plays better too. It's got to. Yeah. But that Switch 2 looks nice. I'm sure
it is nice.
In a couple years, my son's going to be like, hey, Dad, I think I want that Switch 2. And I'm going to be like, all right.
Hopefully not 2 years. Hopefully sooner. Hopefully
maybe
for Christmas.
Sooner.
That's why I'm going to be pushing.
So.
I'm going to be pushing for that.
Maybe so. You never know.
So the two boys.
Never say
playing
never.
On my Switch 2 a lot. I've been letting him. He's all about it. And he's all about. Thanks a lot for Fortnite, by the way, because he's all about some Fortnite now.
You bet, man. I gotta play some of that tonight.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna play a little bit more handheld and stuff. Some more Hollow Knight or something else with you. I don't know.
So you said you bought Hollow Knight on Steam?
Yeah, I think I have it on Steam. I have to look at it. I think so. It might have been that or Xbox. I can't remember.
Okay. Well, if you got it on Steam, I gotta download that junk because I'm like.
Or even play it on the Switch. It's a Switch game. You might have it on the Switch. Who knows?
Who knows?
Or if you want to try it out, I'll bring it, and you can always try it out on the Switch.
Yeah, dude, I want to start playing it. You got me kind of interested.
Silk Song's been announced too today, by the way. For game, we didn't even announce all. We didn't even talk about all the games announced from Xbox.
What is Silk Song?
That was announced.
What is Silk Song? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
That's the second installment for Hollow Knight.
Oh, okay.
Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to check it out. I'm going to see if there's a Steam key for Hollow Knight. You know how I am. I bought another game while we were talking.
Can
It
I
was
tell you
only
about the
$1
games that was
something.
announced real quick?
Uh-huh,
Oh,
sure.
you did?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
bought the game.
Well, I didn't buy
I'm
that
gonna-
one. I bought another one. It's called TCHIA, Chichia. It's kind of like a Breath of the Wild knockoff. You're on this island. It actually looks really cool. And it was only like, it
Of course
came down to 89 cents that I paid for it. It was like
I
major
tell you guys,
percentage off.
that's what he buys. A whole library is like indie. I tell you, I love it.
Wait,
I love it.
just one
'Cause I
second.
would
Just
never
look
buy-
at this thing. Wait, I'm just gonna show you really quick. Look at this
Okay.
game. It's called Chichia.
Make it big screen. Yeah, let me see.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hi everyone.
Sorry. Too big. But yeah, it
I
looks
can
like
still see it.
okay. It kind of looks like Breath of the Wildish.
Oh, it's like a Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Absolutely.
I think
That's
I
cool.
saw him transform into different animals and stuff, which looks really cool.
It just reminds me of computer games, though. Like not computer games, mobile games. To me,
Look, he's climbing, and you got a little bar saying you're about to run out of
it
stamina.
might be ripping off Tears of the Kingdom a little bit
They
here.
might be. Look, he's sliding down a hill, and look. Yep, totally right. But anyways,
yeah, come on.
for freaking 89 cents, come on, man, can't beat it. Anyways,
It's so crazy.
ahead.
Guys, real quick, we're going to end it with the announcements of the Xbox Game Showcase real quick that they just had this morning,
yeah.
June 8th. So real quick, we got the Outer Worlds 2 has been announced.
mm-hmm.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7, supposed to be a more modern kind of game. Like a little bit between North and South Korea is what we heard. You know, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. Ninja Gaiden 4 has been announced. You're going to like this one, Josh. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4.
Let's
It's
go.
been announced.
Let's
Let's
go.
Grounded 2 has been announced. I haven't been a Grounded fan too much. Gears
Me
of
either.
War Reloaded. So all the old Gears of War remastered on there.
Nice.
The original Gears of War remastered. I'm sorry, not all of them. So that's going to be super cool.
Yeah.
I think they're going to try to do remastered for all of them. I think this ain't the first.
I'm excited.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle has a DLC, The Order of Giants. So that's going to be cool. Indiana Jones is a great game, by the way.
Mhm.
Clockwork. I can't read the Clockwork Revolution. I don't know what that's about. High on Life 2. That was a kind of quirky kind of game, first person shooter kind of. It was a fun game to play.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I think I played it too. Was it the same
When
guys?
the gun talks to you.
Yeah, the gun
The gun
talks to
talks
you.
to you,
It's
so-
the same guys that made that cartoon.
Yeah, you told me that.
where he's like, "Oh, come on, Rick and Morty."
Yeah.
So it's the same
Rick and
kinda
Morty, yep.
people that made that. Yeah,
The Blood of Dawn Walker.
Not
Keeper
the Blood of Dawn
is another
Walker.
game.
Keeper.
Resonance. I don't know. I can't say
Resonance?
that. A Plague Tale Resonance. That's it. Thank you, Josh.
Okay, I
Thank you for the
was gonna
save
say-
there.
Yeah,
Thank you for
man.
the save.
No problem,
I couldn't
brother.
say it. I kept wanting to say Renaissance for some reason.
Happens to me all the time, brother.
Hey, we're gonna have to check this out, by the way. The Elder Scrolls Online multiplayer.
So it's been
online Elder
remastered, I
Scrolls.
believe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm down to try that.
Yeah. Fate's End, Persona 4 Revival.
Ooh.
So that's going to be cool and remastered. Age of Mythology Retold.
Mhm.
That's a Japanese handwriting. I don't know what game that's called.
Mm-hmm.
Invincible Versus. I don't know what. I think that's going to be. Oh, that's going to be huge. That's like a Capcom versus Marvel kind of game. It's going to be the next big thing. I'm telling you that game. Keep an eye on Invincible Versus. Huge game going to be that's a huge announcement.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, is that
Final
from the
Fantasy-
Invincible series on Amazon Prime? Is it the same people?
know.
Is it like heroes and stuff? Is that what it looks like?
look up Invincible Versus that gameplay and throw that up there real quick,
Invincible
if you don't mind.
versus. Yeah.
Invincible Versus. While you do that, I'll tell you the rest of the games. We got Final Fantasy 16 Complete Edition. We got Final Fantasy 7 Remake Intergrade. So that's a double. Both the games are coming to Xbox finally. Sea of Thieves, Beast of Reincarnation, Fallout 76. I guess that's being a remastered on it. I guess. Aphelion, Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive,
Solo
Planet
Leveling?
of Lana.
I just
Yes.
started watching
You know
that
that game?
anime. I just started watching the anime. I'm
Yes.
interested in the game now. Okay.
There you go. Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf, Super Meat Boy 3D. Sounds like a cool platform game.
Uh-huh.
There Are No Ghosts at the Grand game. Animo is another game. Grounds, The New Dawn, and the big announcement is Hollow Knight Silk Song will be available for the Xbox Ally in Game Pass at launch.
Let's
So
go.
this holiday, Xbox, man, we've been waiting so long for the reveal of Silk Song, and it's finally been announced for a launch title for the Xbox handheld.
Nice.
How cool is that?
That's super cool.
So you have to play Hollow Knight before that comes out. It's a goal.
All right. I'll do it. Absolutely will. Here's some gameplay for Invincible Versus. So yeah, this is an Amazon Prime show that I've watched for quite a while now. It is like adult cartoon. It'll get very graphic.
So I might
It's
be
really
wrong.
cool.
Then.
So this is it right here. It's basically a fighting game. Invincible Versus.
Yeah. That's it.
So it's just
that's
like off of the TV show. If you haven't seen Invincible, it's wild. Like very gory. Actually a really good story. They've kind of lost me this last season a little bit. I haven't finished it yet. But very, very cool show. And it's neat.
There's another game I'm thinking about that was on PlayStation Showcase. That was also announced, guys. It was a PlayStation State of Play.
Uh-huh.
So I got some games on there too if you want me to announce that
Yeah,
as well. But that's not the game I was thinking of. I think Xbox is trying to rival this. This game is not going to be the game I'm talking about. This is okay game, but I got to tell you this. So I'll start with this. Let me tell you the game I am thinking about so I don't mess that up. So it's going to be. Give me 1 second. Oh, here it is. It's called Marvel Token Fighting Souls.
Marvel Token Fighting.
TOKON Fighting Souls.
Announcement trailer. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so it's like Marvel versus Capcom.
Yep.
Nice.
Look at that.
Oh,
that's going to be the new thing, dude. Look how cool that looks.
And look how it kind of changes from 2D to kind of 3D-ish.
Yeah, it has.
Looks awesome.
You can go from screen to screen just like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
It's the new updated version of it. How cool is that?
It looks really cool. Yeah, it's pretty. Gosh, it's pretty. It's very colorful. It's got a HDR effect going on there.
So I'll tell you this: the games on the State of Play real quick, and then you want to end this thing after this. So, all right. So, first game is Astrobot. New levels are coming to Astrobot this summer. All right, 5 new Vicious Void Galaxy levels are coming. They got another game that's kind of weird. It's called Baby Steps. You take 1 foot at a time, and you kind of do traveling and stuff. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Bloodstained to Scarlet Engagement. It's a 2.5D side-scrolling action RPG with a new dark chapter for Bloodstained. That's going to be super cool. Karen, it's more like a climbing kind of game where you can just climb mountains and different paths, find a lot of new places. You climb, consider your path, and climb anywhere on the mountain.
That sounds cool.
Manage your endurance and resources to survive. Definitely a game you will love, I think.
Sounds cool.
Digimon Story, Time Strange. So a new Digimon game is coming.
Digimon, Digital Monsters.
Do you remember this? Everybody's Golf, Hot Shots Golf. Do you remember that game on the original PlayStation and PlayStation 2? Hot Shots Golf.
No,
it used to be very popular. They're coming out with a new game again, September 5th on the PS5. Josh, stand by. I forgot to tell you about this. This is going to be a huge one. And I know that you know this game.
What?
They are now remaking Final Fantasy Tactics.
Dude, I never got into Final Fantasy Tactics.
No.
I didn't. I'm sorry.
What?
Sorry.
Such a great story. One of the best stories. It's known for its rich story and deep strategic gameplay. It's this September 30th.
So it's like
you
a
can
tactics
enjoy
game. I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can enjoy both when the strategy RPG returns to PS5 and PS4 for that. So I'm getting that day one. That's gonna be an awesome game.
Nice.
Ghosts of Yodi. They showed a little bit more of that as well.
No thanks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hirogami.
I don't mean to be that way about it.
Yeah, no. Hirogami. It's a origami kind of origami, not hirogami, origami kind of game. Looks really cool. Actually, a really cool game. It's coming September 3rd. The new 007 game looks so good. There's been a lot of hate about the graphics looking PS4 wise, but the action and the story looks amazing.
Who
on
is
this
that
game. So it's gonna be a fun
007?
game.
That looks like a totally different 007, like a young version of him or something.
Yeah, Young Maverick. Yep.
Oh.
You got Luminous Arise. It's a brand new, built from the ground up entry into the iconic puzzle series. It's a puzzle game. It's for PSVR 2. That might be coming to MetaQuest 2 if you want to check that out. We already talked about a Marvel Token, Fighting Souls, Metal Gear Solid 5 Snake Eater,
Is that only
Metal
coming out
Gear
on
Solid
PlayStation?
Delta. Yes.
Ugh.
We'll return when the game launches on PS5 August 28th on PS5.
Dang.
This is a cool announcement too. Check this out. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Ooh.
It is having all the old games, including handhelds, such as Game Gear, Mortal Kombats, and everything, all in one game collection.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you
Then-
like walking in an arcade and stuff?
I don't
I
know.
wonder
I
how
don't know
they're
how they're
gonna
going to
do
set
it.
that up, but all of
That's
the
neat.
titles, dude.
That'd be super
Super cool.
fun to like play with your buddies,
Yeah.
run through all.
And then you
Mortal
got
Kombat.
Ninja Gaiden, Rage Bound, which is a 2D side-scrolling Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden's going all out this year, man. You have Nioh 3, which is announced for PS5. And the last big game that they kind of announced was Pragmata. Pragmata looks really cool, but that's not coming until 2026, man. It's a peek of the gameplay, shows its unique twist of action and strategy. Players must control its two
Ooh.
protagonists, Hugh and Diana, at the same
What?
time to overcome many obstacles you will face. Really cool looking.
It looks futuristic as
game.
heck.
It is.
This
It
looks
kinda
like
reminds me
my
of Death
style.
Stranding.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely, dude. Look at that. She's like on his back. So that
Yeah.
right there, and
And she has powers
bro,
too.
dude. This reminds me a lot.
Watch this. Boom.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love it. Is this only on PlayStation?
Yes, only on PlayStation.
Dadgummit. Oh.
It's Capcom. It might eventually go to Xbox or something else, but it's released on PlayStation first. They also decided to announce Project Defiant, which is a new gaming stick.
Huh?
No wires, seamless gaming stick. So if you for those fighting games,
Oh, gotcha. Game
Romeo
stick.
is a dead man. Anchors Away. It's a oceanic action RPG game. That's going to be announced as well. Silent Hill F launches September 25th on PS5 only. So that's pretty cool. Silent
Oh my
Hill, that's
gosh.
a really great game.
Yeah,
Sword
those
of
are
the Sea
freaky.
is a looks like an indie title. It's a giant squid is bringing this exhilarating mythic surfing adventure. So you get to surf August 19th. There's another thing called Thief VR, which is going to the VR. Tides of Tomorrow.
Silent Hill F looks freaky as all get out.
Yep, and that's it.
That's
That's about it. Yeah, look how freaky that looks.
Oh, dude.
So that'll be it, man.
Yeah, that's cool. Love it. Love it. Dude, awesome. Thank you for all that useful information. There are so many cool games coming out. I don't know how we're going to be able to keep up. But
It's
we're
been
going
a
to
lot
try.
of announcement trailers, guys. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if we missed something, I don't know how we did, but if we missed something, leave it in the comments.
Yeah, for real. I don't think we've missed much. I think you covered all the all the highlights. Sorry. All the highlights of stuff. And there, dude, we could probably go on for another 2 hours breaking down all these different games that we're excited about.
Definitely good.
I'm going to roll through some because there's some that really stuck out to me that I'd like to discuss further with you on another episode of the GGrated podcast. We'll get to it with some new, interesting content. We're going to try to be more regular. It's hard with our work schedules,
We're trying.
but we're going to try. But yeah, man, thanks for doing this with me, brother.
Hey. Great episode 69, baby.
Yeah,
Great episode.
69, man. You were this way, I was this way, and we did it together. Sorry. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
Peace.